bit and get back into the woods on the other side of a place where the river gets too close to the road. It always cuts out in that pretty spot back there. I don't know why. There's some mushrooms. Really miss being able to snowshoe down the middle of the river all the way to the next town up the river. Hopefully next year. I don't think it's going to happen this year. Here's some frozen high bush cranberries. You could eat those if you were hungry. You could actually eat that oyster mushroom too, or these. These are edible, but they just don't taste very great. It looks like something's been snacking on some of them. More cranberries. I haven't heard my wolves in a while. I wonder if they moved on too. Bunny sign. It's so torn up here from these floods and from these weird winter rains that nothing's even traveling down the edges of the river like normal because it's so rough. There's an old secret listening outpost up there from the 60s. And I was hoping to get over there and have a look at that before it falls down. Looks like rabbits were just playing here, maybe. Yep. There's some bigger tracks. Quarter does. People tracks. I think. Yeah. Howdy, y'all. This is in Alaska on the Kenai Peninsula. Hoping to maybe find some moose antlers, but I don't think it's very likely this year. We've had too many wolves. It just ended up becoming a beautiful winter nature walk instead. And of course, if any of you ever end up wanting to come up here to Alaska, you can stay at my place. I have lots of spots for camping. I have some remote land you can go gold panning onto. I'll teach you gold panning. I love meeting new people. Who knows, maybe someday I'll come visit you where you live. If I ever get out of poverty. Oh, Lord have mercy. Everything's so expensive anymore. But don't feel like that should stop you from coming here. We'll go out and get some fish, whatever it takes. Pick mushrooms, berries. I have a small farm here. I'll make sure you're taken care of. Those are lynx tracks. They're just not clearly defined because the snow is so hard. But those are definitely lynx tracks next to his old footprints. Those are. There's a more clear one. I've got to see one up close, but every time I see a darn lynx up close, it takes so long for me to turn my camera on my phone on that it ends up bouncing off the road or bouncing up the trail right before I get to click a picture. Yeah, he's been hunting bunnies through here. He was trying to get into one neighbor's chicken coops about 2 months ago. Looks like he hopped over here off this ice. I'd really like to figure out where they live so I can set up a camera and get a closer picture. I think maybe I'll set up a game camera if I can ever get one, and some bait, and see if I can just get some pictures that way. And maybe some pieces of fish to get some of the river otter. Every time I'm by myself and without a camera, all these animals just come up to me every time. Or if I'm out here doing prayers out in the woods, there'll just be animals that show up next to me that normally never be around people and just hang out and won't leave, just hang there with me the entire time. That was probably a bad idea to walk on this, but I know it's not horribly deep right here. It's not looking very antlerly this time. I think if my knee gets a bit better, then I'll go up the road this weekend and see what I find. I'll go to a different area. It's not like these things are easy to find. That's definitely a bull moose track though. There's a fresh one. See, it's almost as big as my mucklucks. Just want to check this little stretch of open ground here. Nope, I don't see nothing. I think we'll just follow his tracks back to the road. And then call it a day because I got to work tomorrow. Maybe do some more reading. Some more orthodox readings out of my books. Oh, look at them lynx tracks. Those are really clearly defined. When you see a lynx up close, it's such a crazy looking animal. You just look at it and be like, wow, that thing is just prehistoric. Something really shredded this tree. This looks like something a bull moose would do. branches are all busted up. Oh yeah, there's some of the biggest northern pike probably in the U.S. are right across the inlet from me. If you can get to the village of Coconut, talk to someone there, or get to Iliamna. It's not going to be cheap because you're going to have to fly out of Anchorage in a bush plane, and it's going to be a sketchy landing. The winter has been so crap here. I have a buddy that knows where to catch gigantic burbot and lake trout up here in Alaska. And we aren't able to go because he can't even get to his trap line because all the creeks are still wide open in the middle. And you have to be able to snowmobile up to those to get to the lake. And it's like, what'd he tell me? 2.5 hours of snowmobiling each way to even get to the spot. So like a full day to even get in there. And a full day to get out, pretty much. But maybe next year, I'm going to put in and see if I can get someone to go with me for a whitefish spear fishing up in Fairbanks, which is about a 10.5 hour drive for me. And I'm going to try that again. Last time I went, I couldn't find anybody to go with me. My dog was dying. So I took like a last trip with my dog. And it was just mostly tears all the way up and all the way back. And that was really kind of a bummer. I wish I would have had someone to go with. But there's probably a reason why God just wanted me and my dog to spend his last year together with me. And I'll try this next fall again. It's usually end of October, beginning of November. It's like the good time to go. So we'll give that a try. But I'm almost back to the house. So I'm going to call it for now. And we'll see you on the next one. Love you guys. Thanks so much for joining, supporting. Hit the like and subscribe if you want. If you want to support my channel, it's just paypal.me/Pike, Pike, capital A. So God bless you and thank you so much.